Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a general reading for those of you born in the sign of Scorpio for the month of July 2017. Scorpio, I've already invoked my spirit guide to cover the cards and to speak to us through the cards and to tell us what we need to know so we can go forward with clarity and with some encouragement and hopefully with glee. So Scorpio, as I'm looking at you in a good place. You're coming from a place of peace. You really are in a place of peace right now. And that's good. It's sort of like a pause between stressors or between, drama or work. You're like at a place of peace. And part of that place of peace has to do with you being by yourself and getting to yourself and taking care of yourself and paying attention and listening. There are a couple of cards in your spread tonight. The Spirit is showing me a couple of cards in your spread that indicate that this is a time for you where you have been listening to the voice inside of you, and the Spirit has been comfortable with speaking to you, and you've been listening. And this is a good thing. And the Spirit is also showing me that you're due right about now for a celebration. In fact, I see a nice couple coming. If the couple is not there yet, if that masculine energy is not there yet, then that masculine energy is on the horizon for absolute sure, because there's a coupling, there's a happy family dynamic that's taken place for you Scorpio family members. In addition, Scorpio family members, I do see where the Spirit is showing me a card where you've been juggling your money and you've been handling it. You've been juggling and you've been handling. It's been some ups, it's been some downs. And as we move forward with the reading, the Spirit is going to give us some clarity about your money and situations that relate to your finances. Scorpio, the Spirit is telling me to tell you that you're getting ready to get some news that is not going to be clear. It's going to be confusing. It's going to be perplexing. And you may not understand it, and you may not even believe it. But just hold on for a few minutes, and the Spirit will give us some clarity on this. The Spirit is also showing me where some of you feel as if some things in your life have not been fair. You feel as though there's been some injustice in your life. And the Spirit is going to give us some more clarity about that as well. But the Spirit is clearly showing me that as you go forward into the next level or into the next phase of this time cycle, follow your own advice. Listen to the voice inside of you. And I see that in two places once again. I also am being advised to tell you not to go backwards, Scorpio family members. So as life unfolds, don't go back and try to apologize or make something out of nothing. Don't you do that. Don't do that, because if you do that, part of the dynamic, if you do that, is that you're going to end up back in an unhealthy relationship. Some of you are coming out of an unhealthy relationship, and that's why you are alone, while on the other hand, the Spirit is showing me that some of you are in an unhealthy relationship and perhaps you are afraid to end it. But the Spirit is showing me that, you can end it because there's some good stuff coming for you. In fact, this unhealthy relationship, the Spirit acknowledges that this unhealthy relationship did start out very happy. We understand that. And the Spirit is showing me the card of happiness right before this unhealthy. So this relationship has turned in a different direction. And the Spirit is going to work with you and give you some guidance if you listen and if you heed to the advice of your spirit guide. The Spirit is showing me that part of this dynamic is a masculine energy with a, I was trying to say masculine energy with his physical being is attractive. His body is attractive. And so I'm seeing that in your spread, Scorpio family members, and that's a person that's been on your mind, and perhaps that's the person that you have been in an unhealthy, or you are currently in an unhealthy relationship with. And we're going to see if that relationship can be saved or if that relationship can just be enjoyed at the moment, and then you go forward and, and live your life. The Spirit is showing me, though, as I mentioned a few moments ago, where some of you have been juggling your money, some of you have been working hard to make ends meet, and it's been an up and down roller coaster. Scorpio family members, the Spirit is showing me money that's being offered to you. There is money coming for you, Scorpio family members. Money is coming. There's a financial offer that's coming for you, because the Spirit is showing me clearly that, yeah, you have not been in a stable place financially. Once again, another card is indicating that. The Spirit is showing me another card indicating that you have not been in the place where you want to be financially. And some may say, well, nobody's in the place they want to be financially. Well, some people are. But Scorpio family members, we are seeing, the Spirit is acknowledging your particular dynamic is that you have not been in a place of financial stability. And this place is kind of disturbing to you quite naturally. The Spirit is showing me, though, that all you need right now, along with hard work, but what else you need patience right now. Because the Spirit is saying we acknowledge the fact that things are tough for you right now, and we acknowledge that you've gone through some changes, and those changes have sort of upset your foundation and your structure. The Spirit sees that because you're coming from a place of structure and happy family. We see that, but this structure has changed. And particularly, it has affected your finances, Scorpio family members. But the Spirit is showing me that if you just hang in there for a few more minutes, you are going to come to a place. You're going to come out of this little pain. You're going to come out of this sort of misery and this heartbreak. And you are going to come to a place of celebration and appreciation. Some of you, Scorpio family members, the reason why this relationship has turned sour, and the reason why not the reason why it has turned sour, but part of the dynamic of it turning sour is you seeing the truth for what it really is. And some of you had to go through some pain and some stress in order for you to see the truth as it is and understand that this person was not presenting you with a true picture of who they are and what they want to do with their lives. And so right now you're in this little bit of a painful state and a confused state. But the Spirit is then showing me once again, that's because now you do have to follow your mind. Rely on your experience. If you see something and that's something that you see is not cool, is not right, move on. Move on. Don't waste a lot of time trying to make something left that is actually right, or trying to make something up that is actually down. Scorpio family members, you are worth too much more than that. The Spirit is also showing me that some of you you're getting ready to go through some type of a beautification. There's some type of a beautification with regard to your body, and with regard to your hair, and with regard to your appearance. The Spirit is showing me that. The Spirit is also showing me where you are becoming more health conscious. And so this is a good thing. And the Spirit is also showing me once again, remember I talked to you a few moments ago about money coming your way, a money offer? Well, the beautiful thing about it is that I see a confirmation that there's news coming about a job or a promotion or a business opportunity. There is news coming. And the Spirit is confirming this need for patience. And it's also confirming that not only patience is needed, but you're just about to go through. It's like you're walking through a cloud of confusion possibly. But the Spirit is saying, but you're almost through the cloud. So this time that you are in right now, Scorpio family members, where there is some doubt, where there is some confusion, the Spirit is saying that you're almost through to the other side. You're almost there. And the Spirit wants to comfort you and tell you that we acknowledge that You know, you don't want to be alone. We understand that. And you want love. And we understand that. And the Spirit says, and you deserve love. And the Spirit just whispered to me, and you will have love. You will get love. Because love for you, good love, quality love is on its way to you, Scorpio family members. And those emotions that have been disturbed are going to be corrected. Those emotions are going to be adjusted. And once again, very clearly, the Spirit is showing me very, very nicely. Scorpio family members, the Spirit is showing me where you're just about finished with this transition. You're just about on the other side of this pain. Hang in there. Hang in there. And you're going to understand in a few moments from now why you had to go through this, and also why it's taking you a few minutes and a few more pains to get to the other side, because the Spirit is saying what happens to you is that when you get to the other side, you will understand and you will see how things fell into place just for you. So the Spirit is showing me that some of you, particularly those who are the feminine energy of Scorpio, there is a great possibility that you might have to have a female checkup. You might need to go and check on your organs and your reproductive system, because there's a great possibility that there might be some risk, and perhaps if you catch it early, you can adjust it. I only tell you what the Spirit shows me in the cards. It basically is saying that some of you need to go and get that checkup. You have been dragging your feet. The Spirit is also showing me once again a confirmation of money coming. In fact, that money is coming very soon. And the reason why I know it's coming very soon is because it's in your environment, which means it's right in your aura. It's right in your vibrations right about now. The Spirit is showing me that. The Spirit is saying that this is a time, once again, interesting. I believe I did a reading a few months ago for Scorpio, and I saw this very same type of a dynamic. And the Spirit is saying that some of you are getting ready to relocate. Some of you are getting ready to move to another location. Some of you are getting ready to take your things and be out. So the Spirit is showing me that. And one of the reasons why you are moving and why you need to get out of this situation, wherever it is that you're living, is because the Spirit is showing me a bond. Or maybe it's a friendship, like maybe some of you are sharing a space with a friend, or, you know, some type of maybe a family member, and that relationship is going sour. That bond is going sour. So some of you will be getting up and going. And the reason why this card is important is because this card is indicating that this is a good time for Scorpio family members to move forward. And it's also a good time for you to be aware that you need to work on that balance. And that balance that I'm looking at has to do with you looking at your current situation and then looking at your future goals and saying, you know what, I got to get this right, because I can't just be absorbed in the present and say, you know, it's over for me, this is the end of it. And I can't be looking at a fantasy either. So the Spirit is saying that you are going to have to come to a place of balance in your psyche. Once again, the Spirit is showing me some really good stuff here. Interesting, Scorpio. Please pay attention. The Spirit, once again, is confirming a need for you to listen to the voice inside of you. That voice inside of you, first of all, Scorpio family members, you are very intuitive. And so when you hear the voice saying, get up, bounce, get up, let's go, that's real and significant to you, because you are one of the most spiritual signs. Your spirit is deep, though. And so you have to understand that. So you do understand things on a very deep level. The Spirit is showing me where some of you can expect a very pleasant surprise. A pleasant surprise. Some of you might be interested in enlarging your family, and certainly this particular card that the Spirit has laid out does indicate that for some of you, the energies do indicate that you are about to enlarge your family by having a child, and so the Spirit is showing me that. Others, the Spirit is showing me just a general notice that you can expect a pleasant surprise. And that pleasant surprise has a lot to do with you going forward, because this particular card is laying right over the card that indicates don't go backwards. So the Spirit is showing me to tell you that you need to go forward. And when you go forward, you will be surprised how things are going to work out for you. The Spirit is saying, though, as you go forward, be mindful not to be impulsive. Now, do go forward, but don't be impulsive. Don't be irrational. Watch your temper. And in addition to watching your temper, Scorpio family members, be mindful as you're traveling in automobiles. Be mindful that you need to wear your seatbelt and you need to follow traffic rules. Whenever the Spirit shows me this particular card indicates a quick movement that is dangerous. So for some of you, it could be an emotional, psychological response to something, or it could actually be a physical danger that you are in if you continue the path that you're going on. In other words, if you know that you drive a little bit recklessly, then perhaps you should monitor that and pull back a little bit. And if you know that you ride with somebody who drives recklessly, then you need to govern yourself accordingly, because the Spirit has never lied to me. And this card indicates a clear danger of either your impulse or your physical quick movement. But it does indicate a need for you to slow down. I'm going to say something in addition to that, and I don't want you to confuse what I'm saying and think that what I'm saying is ambiguous or that it's double-sided. No, it is not. The Spirit is also showing me another card where you are being advised that you do need to get up and do something with yourself. In other words, there are some things that are going on in your dynamic right now, in your vibrations right now, that you need to get up and do something about. Because the Spirit is showing me that if you're waiting for others to come to your assistance, it's not going to happen. The Spirit is also showing me that you are also dealing with a person that is very selfish and really interested in only their interests. They are interested in me, and not we. So be mindful of that. Scorpio family members, this has been a general reading for the month of July. And I hope that some of the things that I've shared with you, because the Spirit has shared with me, I hope that some of it resonates with you. And if it does, and if it has given you some clarity, and if you'd like more clarity, and if you'd like for us to spend some time, perhaps 30 to 50 minutes, looking at just the vibrations that relate to your energies during this time period, please reach out to me and book a private reading at onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's one who sees numeral 4 you at yahoo.com. Be more than happy to set a private reading up for you. Readings are getting booked rather quickly for July, so those of you who are interested, please book as soon as you are sure that you want to do this, and it'll be my pleasure to provide a private reading for you. Scorpio family members, talk to you real soon.